Let's see. Alrighty, we are live. We are live. Testing 1 2 1 2. We good. We good. We good. All right, what is good, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, we like what? No, we early. We still early. What's good, guys? Commodore Labs here today, bringing to you guys another One Piece. Actually, no, you know what? This I can't say another because it's actually technically the first One Piece discussion I'm having on the channel. It's actually regarding the chapters itself. So, welcome to the first One Piece chapter discussion on the channel, talking about chapter 889 of One Piece. Joining me today to talk about the chapter, we have Mr. Ninja Star. What's up?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Mr. Dinstar, and I'm happy to make my debut on this stream.
Lit. And we got my homie Elias, aka Caesar Ninjas, aka the Quentin #1 slanderer. If you don't know who that is, join the Kingdom Mafia, man. But what's good, bro?
It's fun, bro. I like this chapter a lot. Too bad we gotta wait for a couple of weeks for the next one.
Yeah, I mean, that's man. Well, I mean, we'll get into it, but it's basically. With these discussions, we pretty much go with our ratings, what we feel about the chapter and stuff. Look at the chat, see what kind of questions you guys have to ask regarding the chapter, and we kind of have a discussion about it for a good hour or so. So I'm going to throw it to Mr. Ninja Star. What you thought of the chapter, your rating, and anything you want to add into it that's, maybe different from our own opinions.
Yeah, so I guess just to start off, it feels like every time we come back from like a break week or something, a chapter ends up being really good, and this one was no exception. I felt a lot of the storytelling, a lot of the choices that Oda made in this chapter were really well done. Like, he did kind of keep it safe, to be fairly honest. Like, sure, we learned a few new info about like the Sulong. There was also that hint towards the end of the chapter about the Sunny. For the most part, it wasn't anything too crazy in terms of progression, but I still felt like it was more so a cool chapter for fans to enjoy before the year ends, and I like what Oda did here. I would give the chapter, if I had to give it a rating, I'd probably give it like a 4 out of 5 or maybe a 4.5 out of 5. I don't know. I really like the way I had a lot of fun reading it when I read it for the first time.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, that's good. That's good. Elias, how about you, man?
Yeah. As I said, I really did enjoy this chapter, and of course, with seeing Big Mom like that was just awesome. I really love the artwork for that and all, and just seeing more of Carrot's form, just moving around like crazy was just awesome to see. So, just as a whole, this chapter was, even though we didn't get that much further in progression, it was kind of cool that. And now Big Mom has like landed by the ship, and I think things will really spice up from here. So that's why I like really enjoyed this chapter. Definitely at least an 8 out of 10. So
yeah, definitely.
Hello.
Okay. Yo, see, is that La Sensei?
Yeah.
Yo, man, what's good? Yo, La Sensei, what you thought of the chapter, man?
Oda gave us some goodness today. Some goodness.
He is some goodness.
Nah,
does he do it often or no?
No, he does it often. But today's episode, what the chapter was like that panel of like Big Mom like flying. Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, that she looked scary, man.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like. I hope like Jinbei is able to like hold her off for like a little while, like up to like 5 minutes or something.
That could be dangerous.
Surely in the fact that
I think
but he's no, I
was gonna say because even then, like, I mean, like, you want to just give your rating and then I'll kind of go into my thoughts so I don't interrupt.
My rating out of 10.
Yeah. Out of 10, out of 5, either one works.
I'll say like a 9.
Ooh.
Good, pretty high.
That's a good, that's a good rating. I mean, damn, let me see. I mean, I'll go into my thoughts. Basically, like, the first thing I kind of noticed was like a translation error. I think I was reading from the Jiminy box translations, and they had it like where Daifuku was the 26th son, which we know that's not true. He's the 3rd son. So I found that kind of interesting that that was what the translation was. So obviously when we get the viz on Monday, it'll probably be different. But it was really cool seeing like Kara doing her thing. I was kind of wishing we were gonna get an actual clash between, let's say, like her and Daifuku and stuff, which obviously like didn't come to be. Like he was just kind of slashing like his own like ships and stuff. But the whole thing, I mean, of course, the Big Mom stuff was incredible. Like I mean, the One Piece community kind of knew this because, like, you know, Oda kind of revealed some kind of image or something from the chapter, kind of like last year. If we go back to, remember when it was Anami and Luffy when they were inside the prison, they're saying like, "Oh, I can't die in a place like this." They had like a spoiler image that came out from Jump Fest that was a similar thing to this with Big Mom's picture. And I'm thinking like, okay, like that's one thing I'm going to expect from the chapter, but seeing the actual design and the way it came across, like it just looked fantastic. Like it kind of represented too, like the way we saw the hair, like the design too of like Prometheus. You know, on the initial time we saw him back when Pound was like talking about him, we saw like that design where he had like the satanic kind of face, and then eventually seeing that again in like Big Mom's hair. You know how she had Napoleon. I thought she was going for like a Bankai or something. Like it was pretty damn lit. And then just see like, you know, like I mean, like everyone made this assumption, but with Zeus, how they kind of resembled to like the Nimbus from like Dragon Ball. And I thought like it was well fitting. I mean, you have like the crazy flaming hairs, kind of like Makoto Shishio from like Rurouni Kenshin, the Bankai from Bleach, and then you got Dragon Ball. So like, yeah, 3 different series all mixed up in there for that. And she looks freaking fantastic. But I was just shocked in general with the whole thing with her crashing onto the ship. I was not expecting like just her. She's like literally right in front of Nami. How like it's like we're going about like what Jinbei can do. Like maybe Jinbei can do something where to push her off or something. But even then, I don't know how they're gonna do this. Like this is a Yonko.
It's a
You know what I
Yonko,
mean? Like
That is very true. Yeah.
like I'm expecting Jimmy May to last like a few more like minutes or like something like, you know, but like if Big Mom is like in her mode, like she's pissed off, she's enraged. I mean, she's gonna wreck somebody. Somebody's gonna get hurt. And if it's not gonna be one of the crew members, it's gonna be the Sunny itself. Like now it's like because the thing is people think that the Sunny itself is indestructible, which isn't the case because we know it can still take damage. And now that we're dealing with one of the most dangerous people on the planet, pretty much, like we know the Sunny could take some damage. We could see similarities to going back to the Going Merry, you know, going back all the way to like Skypiea and stuff. And we could, I mean, there's been people even theorizing we can get potentially like a 3rd ship or something down the line. I wouldn't be in favor of that just because I feel like the Thousand Sunnies will represent Straw Hat crew perfectly. And if they were to get another ship, it'd be like, I mean, I would like to see it advance and kind of like let's say, for example, like, you know, the crazy theory, if the Pluton came into the story or something, if they were to use like, let's say pieces from Pluton or something to enforce the Thousand Sunny, I mean, that would be dope. I'd rather have like something like that happen where they make it stronger later down the line than instead of like just building a new ship, basically. Yeah. But man, my rating for the chapter, I mean, it's so tough to say because it's like I love the bits with Big Mom, but then it's like the Sanji stuff.
Man. It was cool.
Yeah, Sanji's been up and down. He's up and down.
Because my thing too is like I completely understand with Sanji, like this is his character, this is what he's supposed to be doing, you know, blah blah blah. But it's like at the same time, like there are people who are gonna like it, people who are not gonna like it, and personally, I don't really care for Sanji making this cake because we know for a fact, especially the way things are being set up, this cake is not gonna work. It's gonna be through some other means. It could be like putting, you know, memory wiping Big Mom or something at a certain point. Because at the end of the day, they gotta look for the survival for like the entire island. If Big Mom destroys everything that's there, especially all the kids, like what is there to go home to? Basically, you gotta keep that woman.
So much time on the cake now too. So
yeah. So that's the thing too that bothers me. It's like you wasted all those like something disappointing is gonna happen at least for one side of the fan base of what they want. And what I would like to see is like, you know, them escape. I don't want them to join and confront Big Mom the way things are going unless a third party comes in, like the Marines or something shows up as a distraction. They just hightail it out of there. But I don't even know, man.
Drummer's still there.
Yeah,
Drummer's doing their own thing.
Well, I'll give my rating quick and then we'll just go into the discussion. But my rating for the chapter, I definitely give it like a 9 out of 10. Still fantastic stuff. I mean, Sanji's staying true to his character, even though like I'm not a big fan of the whole cake thing, but it is what it is. And putting man, you know what? If she dies of blood loss, you know, sometime in this arc, I mean, it's justified. We're already seeing it happening. And Capone, I gotta say this again, man. If Brook is the MVP for this arc, which I believe he still is to a certain extent, I have to say Capone is the runner-up at this point.
Facts.
Yeah, he's been fantastic. He's made this arc so much better.
Honestly, like in the Dressrosa stuff, you had the whole Law being another supernova getting a ton of action, and in Punk Hazard too. And then you have Whole Cake, where a lot of the other supernova action is with Capone, and that makes me even more excited for Wano to see what the other supernovas are capable of, their moments, all that. So.
Yeah, man, but like, I mean, like, yeah, definitely 9 out of 10 chapter, and just like now, like, I figured we get to like to our predictions and like whatever discussion we want to go into with the chapter. So, like, what do you guys see transpiring from all of this? Like, do you see Big Mom versus Jinbei somehow happening next arc, like next chapter? Like,
That's a very good question.
It'll be similar to like Brook v Big Mom, even though it was off screen. Because Jinbei right now has, think about the scenario like they're saying Jinbei's in. He has how much water around him?
He has what?
A ton.
How much water?
Yeah. Oh,
Like
yeah.
water. Like he's in the sea. He's in the middle of the sea. So if he uses that, like the environment to his advantage, like just to hold it back off for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see
Like,
something where like he splits the seas in two or some shit. Someone else, like Moses.
that would be crazy.
That would be great.
Yeah, I mean, that would be so dope to see. I mean, I was kind of hoping he would do that. Remember when the tidal wave came in, and then like everyone was thinking like, oh, he's gonna split the seas before he actually did like the he went under the wave and stuff to get out. I mean, if he does something like that, that would be so dope. I would love that so much. But I don't even know, like, because the thing is, like, the way I look at Big Mom, it's like, especially where she's at right now, I see like her attack has gone up, but her defense, or like at least her like barrier in a sense, has probably been reduced to give her like more strength in her attack. So like she could probably take damage in this form. It's a it's a possibility. It's not something we can kind of throw it out the realm. But at the same time, it's like, can I see Jinbei actually hitting 1,000 brick fists at her? It's not to discredit Jinbei, but it's like it's a Yonko, man.
True,
like, I can't doubt these people.
It's one thing I love about this arc. I know everyone's talked about this before, but I love the fact that it's not predictable at all. Like, I legit don't know what's going to happen. And they're not twists and turns where it's just like for the sake of. They're legit twists and turns, so you can keep the plot going and everything. Because I know Oda's been planning this out, and it's not like a certain other movie, which I'm not going to name, but you all probably know what it is, where there are twists and turns every second, and that can sort of be a negative. But with Whole Cake, it just... I don't know. With Whole Cake, I love the direction that it's been taking. It's definitely rose up to be one of my favorite One Piece arcs. And this is coming from someone who's literally just gotten into the franchise this year. And I can say Whole Cake is probably one of the best written from what we've seen.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the thing. Yeah, I agree completely, man. Like the way, like how it's so unpredictable. Like, I mean, like that's the thing with like what I love from Oda. It's like, at times of like Eni's lobby going to like Sub Odi. I think Sub Odi is where I really felt like he had us like on a loop. We had no idea what was going on. And then going back to like the interview he had like years back where he's saying like how he drew up the supernovas on the spot like the chapter before.
Yeah,
the designs and everything. And I'm just thinking like for him to pull that off, like that's like. I mean, the fact that like he's doing it now, like it's so I don't know, like because like there are like I'll put it to you like this from a weekly standpoint. I'm 50-50 on this arc because there are things I've enjoyed and there are things I'm kind of like it's not gripping to what I want, but obviously like everyone's gonna have their own like what they desire, what they want, and that's the beauty of the story of One Piece. It doesn't have to be like one path you have to take. You can take as many paths as you want as long as you find some kind of enjoyment from it. But I've always been of the assumption that One Piece is always best read when you read through the volumes. And I think this arc was probably more appreciated going through the volumes afterwards. It probably won't be like this masterpiece, godlike arc. Like for me personally, where I see this arc, it's a 7 to a 7.5 out of 10, maybe more towards a 7. But at the same time, this is coming from like the reading, the weekly experience. So if I read through the volumes, it might change. But I think it's that too, and the impatience of like I want the reverie, I want Wano, I want to get to like the next step. It's been cool with Big Mom, but it's like we not Disney. Unfortunately, we not Disney, man. Like that's my thing. And thank God for Capone. If Capone wasn't in this arc, I don't even want to imagine like how my stress levels would be.
Yeah, I can understand that. Like I didn't even like Dressrosa much during the weekly ones, the weekly release, and I even dropped it at one point. But now Dressrosa, after rereading it, it's actually my favorite One Piece arc. Like,
yeah,
I agree because like what's it? Because I don't know if you all know this. I'm a really new fan of One Piece. I literally just got into it this year. I think I mentioned it earlier. So the thing is, though, is that
made a great choice.
Yeah, definitely.
Dressrosa, I feel, is probably one of the best. I keep saying that, but I feel it's just one of my favorite arcs. Just mainly because I was reading it as a whole and I didn't have to wait every single week. I know because I enjoyed it, but I imagine how torturous it must have been to having to wait every single week and just running in like running through the factory and all of that, and you'd only get like sure, the Luffy and Doflamingo stuff was great, but I imagine if you're reading a weekly, it just must have been kind of dragged out, and there wasn't much else going on. You kind of knew how it was going to go, and I feel Whole Cake is just better. You could argue which is better written, but I don't want to get into that debate right now just because Whole Cake hasn't ended. And I still feel that an ending can, like the ending of an arc can either make it or break it. Now, sure,
Yeah,
like I think a
definitely.
good example is Thriller Bark. Thriller Bark
Mhm.
is an okay, like it has a bunch of fun ideas, but for the most part, people just remember the ending, like with the whole Zorro saving, like everyone.
Yeah.
That's a big reason why people remember it so much. And I feel with Whole Cake, if it ends in a like kind of anticlimactic or boring way, then it's gonna leave a bad taste in people's mouths and all that.
Well, I was gonna read a comment quickly in the chat and stuff. But let me see, where is it? From AR Designs, they will jump into the sea. Nami and carrots are not dull for users. Brooke can walk on water. Jimmy can take care of Chopper. I mean, because that's the thing, they were trying to abandon ship, and that's something that was very scary when I hear that. Because then it's like, wait, are you telling me Big Mom's gonna like rip apart the ship or something? Like, you know what I mean? Because it's like we don't know what she could do. Like, what she could slice the damn thing in half of Napoleon. Like, I don't like, you know, it's like that realm of like possibility with this woman, man. Like, because we really haven't seen everything that she has to offer. I really don't think, in terms of battle capabilities, we haven't seen everything.
Exactly, but I'm confident that the ship will be fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It would interfere with like the whole crew's dream. Even Frankie's like entire dream is for that ship to like go through the entire ocean. So
let me see. There's another one. Orpheus in the comments says Whole Cake best arc of the time skip, but that's not saying a whole lot. I mean, I kind of do agree with where Ninja Star and Elias are going. Like Dressrosa for me, like I mean, when I got caught up to the manga, I got caught up 2 chapters just before Aokiji showed up at Punk Hazard and confronted Doflamingo. And I remember I was so heated when this man Doflamingo just walked away. And I think we were on a break during that time. So I remember like when that happened, I'm just like, are you telling me I waited 2 weeks and this man just walked away? I'm like, what? Like, come on, man. And then that was like to me the beginning of the off screen. Or like, you know, pretty much like it's never gonna happen. But like for me, it's like, yeah, like definitely when it comes to the weekly experience with Dressrosa, I can't lie. As soon as Oda kind of had that health problem that was going on back in 2014, where he had to like miss, I think, what, 2 or 3 weeks or something like that. And I remember like it was dragging on because of like, you know, the Coliseum. I wasn't really liking how like, you know, I rather have like a big battle royale than just a round robin. That just take up too much time. And granted, there was like little things going in between the time and stuff when they're, you know, venturing around Dressrosa, you know, stuff with Sanji and Viola, Law and the, you know, Doflamingo Green Bit. Like there were little bits for that, but I felt like you could really condense that stuff and, you know, shorten the arc even more. But again, Oda's health kind of came into play with that. But reading it through the volumes, I can't disrespect that arc, man. It had so many amazing things. Like take away the battle royale when it finished, you know, like Big Mom, the pirates showing up, Fujitora, we're meeting one of the like the craziest dudes on the planet. Like I don't care, man. This gravity fruit, like first time we seen it inside the bar, and like this guy, like I was like, there's no way. Like, and then seeing like his cape, and it's like, yeah, he's an admiral. I'm like, oh. And then like, you know, the Big Mom Pirate showing up. I'm like, there's no way a Yonko's rolling up in here. And then like seeing after with like Sabo, like that's what's kickstarted the community to go nuts. Like, bro, when I saw that chapter, I'm like, there's no way Oda foreshadowed for this. Like, I kind of knew in the back of my head when I was catching up, like, there's no way he would kill off a character like that the way it happens. And then like just the way it was done was so beautiful. You know, for Sabo.
It was one of the biggest mysteries in the One Piece community.
Yeah.
Is Sabo actually dead? Is he alive?
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
No, where is he?
There's no way. Yeah. I'm just like, dude, man. And then like, I don't care what I said, but oh yeah, say everything.
I was gonna say, I just think with the One Piece community, like, see right now, everyone's like hyping up Wano, Reverie, whatever. Come when it's Wano, we'll probably be in the same situation like this, a year and a half into it, and people will be like, I don't like this, I don't like that. Like, there'll always be like complaints.
Yeah.
With it. Like the same with Whole Cake Island. I remember before it's like, oh, we're gonna come to Big Mom's Island, you know, do whatever. Yeah. Now look at the viewpoint of like, you know, I'm not saying everyone, like most people like that, but like, you know what I mean? Where people are like disappointed. And I'm like,
I know what you mean. Definitely.
I just think people like expect like way too much.
Weekly,
and it's like just tone it down a little bit. Yeah.
As Les said earlier, that One Piece through the volume, such as it's just much better. That's
agree.
Definitely. You know, and Thriller Bark 2, man, was really good as well. Like, I mean, like, the Ryuma and Zoro fight was dope, but definitely, I mean, what really made that arc was, like, you know, towards the end of the whole fight with Orange Jr., I mean, well, the Orange Junior guy, and then like seeing like Kuma showing up too. I mean, the Zoro moment is what made him my favorite character in the series. I mean, even though he already had so many moments that kind of justify it for me, the second like that whole thing where he's like, he's willing to give up his own life, for his captain. Like that's how far he came to trust Luffy with his dream. Like he rather forsake his own for that. I thought it was just amazing. Zoro's the GOAT, man. And then people want to disrespect him, like, him saying like, he'll get washed by like post time skip Frankie and all these guys. And I'm thinking like, listen, man, but it's like think about it, man. The guy was freaking injured.
Whoa.
Yeah. Like he's injured. Like here's the thing. He was injured after Thriller Bark. The man had like so many injuries going in there, and he's still putting in somewhat work in Sabaody. Like, it can't be disrespecting like that. But going back into the chapter,
I think people disrespect a lot.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Karen, let's go back. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. Let me see more in the comments we get back onto this chapter, because I feel like going back to like memory lane. I need to have like a discussion for that. Let me see one of the comments. I didn't see this. I gotta check Brago's streams. Apparently, Ty went off or something, but I'll wait until another time to watch that.
I don't really tune into Brago's. Oh, continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was gonna say with Carrot. People like I've like seen reviews and stuff like that, but that people are disappointed that Carrot like only lost like with her like it's like a 5-minute time span with her getting Sulong and then doing her thing. But I think with her in that situation, like getting Sulong and then doing the most for like the escape of the Straw Hats, I thought it was pretty impressive because she was taking out all the ships, killing all like the obviously fodders and all that, like hitting with the lightning. Plus, escaping through Daifuku's like attack. And Daifuku's not much of a scrub. He's pretty impressive, especially like to the point where like people want Sanji v Daifuku.
Yeah.
So I thought Kara was like I was satisfied with what she done overall.
Yeah, definitely. That's something I was gonna ask you guys too regarding Kara. Like now that we got this reveal about her weakness of like, if she overexerts herself pretty much or stays in this form for too long, like it could lead to her death. Do you guys also see this possibly? I mean, I saw it right away, but like, do you guys see it as a possibility that it could foreshadow something that's going to happen at Wano regarding like Inuarashi and Nekomamushi? Like if they were to go into that form, and because we already know the pre-existing injuries that was suffered at the hands of Jack, could we possibly see them, one of them dying most likely in Wano?
That's entirely possible, yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Honestly, I would love. I feel like Oda wouldn't just make that exclusive to Carrot because the Minks are such an interesting group of people. I feel like Oda would go all out and maybe give Inuarashi and Nekomamushi some time to shine at Wano with that form. And then there's also that whole idea about Peckhams. I don't know. I don't feel we're gonna get Peckhams in Whole Cake. I mean, it would be cool. Don't get me wrong, and I could totally see it happening. But with me, there's already so much going on right now that
it would have to happen like very soon, if so, because of the full moon. But
yeah, definitely. Let's see if anyone in the comments. Shrek brought up the moments like when Luffy punches Celestial Dragon. That moment was so godly. Sabaody had some amazing moments. Let me see, but what else are we talking about in the chapter? I mean, again, I kind of talking about thoughts about Sanji and like Capone, but like, what did you guys think of the whole thing? I mean, like, what Capone's like feeling, like the way how he's kind of being represented in terms of like his personality and stuff. I think it's really dope. Like again, like he's more of the gangster type, but we know there's a soft side to him, and that's because of his kid. And like seeing the stuff with the cake. I mean, that's because like he's probably doing this with his kid almost every single time.
Yeah, as like a gangster and as like a mafia, like he has this kind of family thing with him, like the character trait. So it kind of feels like he's also that gangster, that like tough guy, but he's also kind of warm, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, definitely. That's man. It's like, and I hope we get to see Capone leave out of this arc, because I remember seeing people saying that the potential of him dying or something, and I'm like, it would hurt my heart because like I want to see all the supernovas like show up and be able to play some kind of role in Wano. Yo, Dustin.
Yo, what's good?
What's good? This man was coming out to me in the messages.
Oh, Dustin. Yo, I gotta say, fuck OV, man. OV is.
Yo, that wasn't for me. That wasn't for me.
Yo, Dustin, what you saying?
Huh?
What's good, fam?
What I'm saying about what? What's good?
What you thought about the chapter, bro?
What's going on? It was pretty enjoyable. I'm not gonna lie, it was enjoyable just to read it.
Yeah.
Somebody commented and said I wasn't excited enough in my reaction. I'm like, nigga, I'm not gonna fake my excitement for you.
Yeah, exactly.
And then if I do that, then y'all gonna start saying I do fake reactions. Like,
exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, when I saw the forum, like with Big Mom and stuff, I'm like, okay, this is lit. But like, if I'm seeing like from Kaido, then it's like okay, because like because we already know it's gonna be lit. And the thing is too is like, you know, I think you know this as well. But remember how Yonko said there was a picture from
exactly. They told us.
So I kind of knew. Yeah, so that's my problem. Was like I kind of knew that something was gonna happen, but now it's like, okay, what's the design gonna be like?
Yeah, and then it wasn't what I was expecting. I thought she was gonna be skinnier than that.
Yeah, same. I was kind of thinking that too.
Yeah, but I mean, I like the design because if you go back to like how her hair is and stuff, it goes back to what Pound when he was kind of giving us a glimpse of what Zeus and Prometheus looked like, and like the hair looks exactly like how we first kind of got that image and stuff for Prometheus. So I thought it was dope.
Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, and then we saw Napoleon with a sword style. I mean, yo, she looked like she was about to use a Bankai, bro. But shout out to Bleach. And, and then the Nimbus, man. Like again, like everyone's been saying about Zeus and stuff, but I love Zeus. Of all those three homies, man, he's the best one.
Yeah, I fuck with Zeus.
Yeah, but like I gotta ask you though, because yo, we were talking about like with carrots and like the whole thing with you know how like it was revealed with her weakness, like if she continues to use like her mink form for too long and during the moon time, that it could result to her death. Do you see this as foreshadowing possibly to Inuarashi and Nekomamushi, one of them possibly dying in Wano because they overexert themselves in that form?
I think it's possible. Brago and them saying it was foreshadowing for Peckham's. Right. I also think it might be foreshadowing that Carrot might look at the moon inadvertently again, because remember she was trying to hide. Yeah, she was trying to hide after that shit because she's already starting to lose her shit. So I mean, she might end up looking at it again, fucking around with Big Mom, and then she might lose her shit, and that might be a problem. It's possible, but it could be foreshadowing for other shit too. Yeah.
Definitely. And I mean, the Peckham's thing, yeah. Like, I think I saw you were talking with somebody about that with Peckham's, like why he wears the shades and stuff.
Yeah, my boy Mark.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Is that the reason why he rocks those shades the entire time? Because like sure. Yo, he might be a monster.
The same with Inuarashi. I think he wears shades, right?
Yeah, he wears shades. I know Nekomamushi doesn't. That guy's balling, man. He doesn't care. Yeah, he can make it balling, man. Oh, but that's the thing, bro. That's the thing that's gonna be hype, because then it's like when we see these people in their forms and stuff. I mean, there's the cost that they could die, but at the same time, we could be seeing some lit action from these demons. Like, you know, I get that's crazy. But the other thing we were gonna talk about, like the whole stuff with Sanji and Capone. I want to know your thoughts, Dustin, in regards to like how you feel like how Sanji's character's been. I mean, like we kind of know how he's been this arc, but the way this chapter kind of had him, like, you know, he wasn't willing to sabotage the cake by any means necessary. And then like Capone saying the whole thing about you know, you don't know anything about her past. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, does he know the past? Or is it like, is there something else of information as the reader we don't know about?
See, that whole scene was confusing for me.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to predict exactly what's going to happen next. Because I'm not changing my stance. I still think that cake is not going to work.
Yeah,
but it's like Capone is saying that the cake is not going to work. But he also said other shit before, and that shit didn't happen. So it's like, I don't want to agree with him just because he's agreeing with me. You know what I'm saying? I can't just say, okay, well, that means it's not going to happen, but that's because I'm saying it. And then, sorry for all that noise. And then,
I know where he is.
And then, forgot Sanji. And Sanji, I don't know, because like Oda's showing the cake, he's showing that shit working like on Capone and a chef, but I don't think that shit gonna have the same exact effect on Big Mom, or rather, I don't think it should have the same exact effect on Big Mom. Yeah. Like where they just can't do shit and they just incapacitated. I don't know. So I don't know. Yeah. I just think it's not gonna work. All right. Definitely. Oh, and also Sparrow said he knows that the cake is tampered with, so they may try to interfere with her getting the cake.
Yeah,
because that's the thing too. Because like even from like Big Mom's side, from those who aren't near the cake, they gotta know that there's a chance that Capone might, like the second that Capone was revealed to be near the cake, they know right away that it might be sabotaged. So even for Big Mom, it's like she won't care. That's the thing with her, is like she's not gonna care. She wants that cake. You know, fat chicks are gonna need it, but that's not from me. But I don't condone that. But anyways, like in regard to that, man, like I could see her eating the cake. I could see her being like, it's good, but I want more. And then, like, again, at the same time, like I was saying this early in the stream, they need to stop Big Mom from destroying the damn island. Because at this point, you're going to have more of your kids dead, more of, like, your islands all screwed up and stuff. Like, this is where I could see Pudding definitely trying to, like, use her memory wipe in some way to kind of, like, you know, get Big Mom to, like, forget about what's going on. So that way it kind of, like, for the moment, kind of reduces things so that it's not as bad as going on. And then eventually, somehow, Big Mom can, like, read something or find out something that's going to trigger her memory to gain back whatever happens after things have been taken care of. But
Yeah.
I can see it definitely happening. But it's just like, do you think like, because my problem is like, there's gonna be one side of the family that's gonna be like, nah, like our priority is to kill all these people or screwing around with Big Mom. But it's like, if you let but there's the thing, your mother's the biggest worry right now on this island. You let this bitch go around, do whatever she wants. Everyone's dying. Who gonna stop her?
That's why I want to see the end of this Luffy Katakuri fight, because depending on the time, because it's not like it went to 9 o'clock. Like Oda's like skipping time and shit.
Time went. Yeah, we have 4 hours left till the meeting time.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know, depending on when that fight ends and what's the situation outside when it ends.
Yeah,
that's going to be telling of what's about to happen next and shit. So
yeah,
one more chapter we get this year. One more.
That's what I'm saying. I think because I gotta talk to Yonko, man. But I think we're supposed to be expecting another chapter next week, and then we're on a 2-week break or something. I was talking to Elias just earlier about that, but like, yeah, hopefully Yonko gives us the news drop.
Yeah, I talked to Yonko. He said because somebody was telling me he was on a 2-week break already. I was like, nah. And Yonko said we get a chapter next week, and then we on a break for a week after that. Like we missed one chapter, then we back on regular schedule.
Oh, okay, shit. Then that's then.
That's great.
Sure, that's good then.
I was just thinking that we would maybe get one more chapter, and then this is kind of like the last chapter of 2017. But I guess we're getting one more, so I mean that's nice.
Yeah, so we end off on 890, and then 891 begins next year. Yeah, definitely. That's gonna be late because then it's like we're 10 chapters away from 900, man.
Yeah,
it's like because I could see it definitely being like the
crazy.
Yeah, I can see it being like the Sky Pier route because you know how like around chapter 300, like we didn't finish that arc until like 305 or something. So like, I mean, there could be a similarity to that where we finish off around like what 905, 906 or something. So like, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting though what Oda has in store for 900. But definitely we were saying though with like the whole thing with Luffy, Dustin, like depending on how the outcome goes, because like we know like from at one point like Luffy had like what an hour rest or something. Or was it no? It was 10 minutes after the Cracker fight, and then it was like an hour or so before the start of the wedding. And if we let's say the fight ends around like 10, 11, he gets like an hour rest. Here's the thing. So, you know me, man. I don't know about him soloing Big Mom, but I can definitely see. But I definitely see a situation where he could definitely stand to her, and that's going to be where we see Luffy's range and stuff between him and a Yonko. So if Big Mom were to do something to him, it's like it's not going to be as bad. I still feel like this is a good gauge to see. Okay, can Luffy really stand at the same platform as them? Kind of like stand on the same platform as like the Admirals. You know what I mean? It's like doesn't mean like we can say guarantee they're gonna win, but the fact that they can actually stand on the same platform and actually tussle with these guys, I mean that's already a feat of its own, I think.
Nah, not to me. But I get the other side of it.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
Just that, like we're like 5 months away from being in this arc for 2 years.
Right.
It's looking like her top commander is gonna go down. In normal One Piece arcs, that's a formula for fall.
Yeah.
So that's why you gotta wait and see because the way Oda, god damn.
That's all good. It's all good. I think it's component Oda, man.
Yeah, you don't know what they're gonna do.
Definitely. Let me see. AR Designs was saying in the comments, it's only 30 minutes. Luffy slept for only 30 minutes. I believe that's for was it the wedding? He slept for 30 minutes. I'm trying to remember if AR you want to put that in the chat. Because if it's 30 minutes, I mean, like if Luffy needs only 30 minutes to rest to gain back to full health. I mean,
remember he fought the Enraged Army and Sanji in between that time too.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely. I mean, again, the whole thing with hockey blooming on the battlefield and stuff. I mean, I could definitely see like his hockey is going to get a massive upgrade. I don't know if it's going to be like 3-4 levels of hockey, like arm and hockey, the way like Katakuri was kind of saying it. I mean, it could be one of those, or he sees a glimpse into the future, like a second or something like that. I can definitely see, but in that 1 second, would it really do anything like right now? Like later on, he can increase it, but I don't know.
I think Luffy needs a real deal power up. None of that bullshit power up he's been getting, where like it's strong, but not really.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I would love to see a speed form in some shape or form. Yeah, with Luffy. Like I think that's how I kind of feel like if he's gonna match up with that observation hockey, he's gonna need some speed feats. So I don't know. Because at the same time too, it's like with Katakuri, it's like if he lands like one hit on him or something to kind of like mess up with his brain, so like he's not focused afterwards. Like that's the thing. It's like with boxing, one good hit on somebody is gonna rattle them, and that's gonna change the outcome of the fight.
Yeah.
For me with Luffy is I want him to like maintain Gear 4 longer.
Yeah, like
I think Gear 4 can match a lot of people.
Yeah, and I think it's been slept on a lot.
He has to beat those. He has to beat those people in that certain amount of time. If not, then he's pretty much powerless. Like because without Haki in this, like in the post time skip, like you're pretty much defenseless, really.
Definitely.
Right. All his gears had that shit. Like gear third, if he, you know what I'm saying, he'll be small for a bit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tired of that shit.
Definitely. I mean, yeah, that's the thing too. Like when we see Gear 4 and like when it comes out, I think it's slept on a lot. You know, people understand how much damage that thing was doing to people. It's just that they always look back and say, oh, okay, you know, like he needs like 10 minutes or so to regen. Which, like, I mean, if you think about it, if you're putting enough force to fuck up somebody the way like Luffy's been doing, then yeah, it's gonna need retraction. I mean, look at the whole thing now with Carrot. Like she can have this amazing form, definitely, but now we know that there's like a drawback to it. It only makes sense, and I think now that kind of means to me like we're gonna see some kind of drawback for sure for Big Mom, because I can't see them all being like completely invisible aside from Blackbeard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if the villains got popped, but niggas can't say, you know, Luffy got a drawback or whatever. It's all these, but if the villains get a drawback, it's a nerf or it's an ass pull. Like, come on, they gotta have one. They can't just be all powerful, all omnipotent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even looking too, like, you know, have the whole thing where like if Big Mom were like her knee, like you remember the whole thing with the Mother Caramel and the photo and stuff. How it said like there was that one option, like if you know she hurts her knee or something, like she's prone to take damage. But I'm saying like even in the skinny form, like she can have great attack, definitely. But I think her defense might have like reduced or some in some shape or form. So then that's where I could see like, you know, if they were to land some kind of hit on her or something, it could do something. But then again, if she catches you, she hits
she's definitely losing stamina.
Yeah, or even her stamina. It could be like anything. There has to be some form of withdrawal that's gonna make sense. And like at the same time, like we know these Yonkos are gonna probably be monsters when it comes to like their attack, but like yeah, definitely, I could see like there's gonna be a potential chance that like they're gonna have something that's gonna bring them back to Earth a little bit. I mean, Kaido's the only mystery because like yeah, he can lose a fight, but he can't die, and then that's something that's like okay, we need to explore that. Like, why is that the case?
Facts, yeah.
What would be his weakness with Kaido?
Because if that's the thing, if he
one
doesn't have a devil fruit, if he doesn't have a devil fruit, and that's just how he normally is. Like that's spooky, man. But I think he has to have like a fruit that's gonna be disgusting. And then like, I mean, you could throw him in the water, but then it could be a case where like Jack, where like if you throw him in the water, it's not gonna do nothing. Like he'll just be underwater, just chilling.
Yeah,
You know?
I could see it going in that direction. Just based off what happened with Jack and all that. I feel like Kaido could be a similar instance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Let me see. Oh, Shrek was asking too, where is the Germa? So that's the thing too. Like, where are we gonna see these guys come into play? Because like I know we saw the clones that still need some kind of focus in this arc. Considering that what kind of build up we got with them when Sanji went into the room and stuff and saw them. Like, do you guys see like the clones playing some kind of role in this arc, whether it be used as a distraction or something to take out the Big Mom pirates, like the pretty much like the enraged army to combat them?
I hope so.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Is like I don't want them to be a disappointment, honestly.
Honestly, I feel like they won't get as majority of the shine. Because I mean, let's be real. The first half of this arc, I shouldn't say first half. Like the bits, they had their kind of time to shine somewhat in like that Sanji flashback and what they were doing to Sanji. But I still feel that isn't enough. So I could totally see them acting as somewhat of a distraction or helping the Straw Hats get out or something. But then you could also bring up the idea that the way they were kind of talking to each other, it seemed like they were just getting off the island and not really caring for Sanji. And I could see it going one of two ways. I still think that we've kind of glossed over the Germa quite a bit, just simply because like last time they appeared was like 882, and that was like 7 weeks ago or something like that.
Definitely get more Germa before the arc
Yeah.
ends, at least
Orpheus in here?
Oh, no, it's a Lost Sensei.
I just lost Sensei. I thought that was Orpheus.
No, Orphe was in the chat. Wait, hold up. Orphe reads One Piece?
Yeah, he does. He just doesn't cover it. He said everybody else covers it.
This guy gotta get the fuck in the stream one day. Well, yeah, what's it called? So you're saying the Lost Sensei?
I wasn't saying anything.
Are you done?
I was just listening.
Oh, you're finished? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I swear I heard that nigga Orpheus voice. I'm tripping.
They might be the same person. Who knows? This guy's got double accounts. So let me see. Shrek also says, I think they should be in the next chapter to help the Straw Hats. I think it could be a possibility they come in to help at some shape or form. Maybe they're the ones who come in and save the Straw Hats, from Big Mom.
Yeah, that's what Dritz was saying. I mean, it's obvious by the way that they were set up, like that everybody thinks they're dead. It's obvious that they're gonna come back at a situation where like they're needed. Just win.
Yeah. I mean, like,
I'll be disappointed if Jinbei can't hold her off for at least a couple minutes. Like a couple.
Nah.
he knows he's outclassed. That's why he kind of told
It's because
everyone.
it's because of the surroundings that he's in. That like he has so much water around him.
Yeah.
To use.
But he got to think about not
like,
damaging the ship as well, because if they damage the ship and the ship can't sail, they fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, they in a fucked situation. I don't know how Oda go get them out of that.
On the ship.
Yeah.
So exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely a hard situation for them.
And she is there for the cake, so I don't know how that's gonna play out.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. I can't really add on much more, but that's just basically what I'd say.
I'm surprised that Oda like created the situation that Big Mom is like up in their faces.
Yeah.
But people getting annoyed by that too, because they're saying like this is the second time he's doing that. And it's like, they're not gonna die, and it's like the sense of danger is not really there.
How are they gonna get out?
Like, what is it this time? What is it this time that
Like if they lose this ship, then that would be like, okay, at least they lost something. Like, we know they're not gonna die, but let there be some kind of consequence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Oh, it'd be crazy if they lose the helm. Since they're kind of like I would say fortunate, but they're focusing a lot on the helm and stuff and what what Kara was doing. I could see something where Big Mom just yanks that damn thing off and just like tries to fucking throw that thing at Jinbei. Try to like a Destructo does, try to slice him out and shit. Crazy. But it's like, man. I don't even know, man. Like, was the second she showed up on there, now it's like, bro, the sense of danger is at an all-time high. How the hell you getting out of this? Now it's time for Jinbei to really show, like, yo, I'm the helmsman of this crew. Like, we about to go in there. Like, damn. Let me see. What's called Pereira de Caesar also says that this scenario actually helps the Straw Hats go to the Reverie with the German ships. So maybe the German could be used as an escape route
to kind of lead into the next. Yeah, I could see that, but I mean, there's that part of me where I could see this happening, but there's also the fact that it kind of goes one of two ways. But the Straw Hats do appear at Reverie. I mean, that's cool and all, but I'd rather not. But considering that Reverie might be a longer arc than we expected, I could see it going that route. And that's how the Jeremiah can sort of be incorporated. Like, they're really important towards the end of this arc and at the beginning of Reverie for Straw Hats actually getting to the Reverie.
Definitely. I mean, they could also use the clones as well to kind of like, throw them in there to kind of distract them. And at that point, they go through. I still hold on to my thing, man. We're going to see the Marines somehow show up. The fact that Stuzzi's there. Because like again, like I know Dustin's already heard it from me like 100,000 times already, but I still feel like if the Buster Call is not going to take down Big Mom, it's going to prove as a distraction or something, or like she's going to start losing some islands and some super form.
Yeah,
and Smoothie still got to do something. Peckham's got to come back and play.
Yeah,
like still a lot of shit to be shown.
Definitely,
these next 10 chapters are going to be crucial. Where we at about 900? It's going to be very telling.
Definitely. Because like if Oda's saying we're gonna go to the Wano Reverie and stuff this year, like I mean the longest I could see this being stretched out, I want to say like May. That's a cutoff for me for May, because I feel like with him, like with Oda, especially the way his talent is, like he can get enough information down in a chapter. So like I can see that being the cutoff. Like the longest I'll allow this arc to go, as long as he gets it done the way he wants to get it done, without feeling like he has to be rushed.
That'll be 2 years.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
I think it'll end before that, but yeah, I feel like that's kind of a cutoff point before it kind of feels like it was
dragged on. Yeah, definitely.
This arc is already, I think, the second, like in terms of manga-wise, I think this is the second longest arc, because Skypiea was like 60-something chapters in the manga, and then this one, I think it's well over that. So I think if it's not already, it's going to be the second longest arc, and I'm hoping. It's one thing to make your arc long and have a lot of info, but it's another thing to completely drag it out. But I feel this arc is in that case where it's dragging out like Dressrosa did. I feel it's legit like new info and all that to where we can stay interested.
Yeah, I feel like it's better than Dressrosa as far as pacing.
Yeah. Ooh, AR Designs put this in there. You guys let me know what you think about this. So he says, this is how I see it. Big Mom is going to ask for the cake. Jinbei says they don't have it. That's when Big Mom turns around and kills Sparrow, and then from there they use a coup de burst to get out.
Nah, because I feel like she's gonna try to kill them first.
Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, she's demanding for the cake though. If they don't give her the right answer, then it'll be like, that'll be a good twist. Like, yo, Paris Sparrow, like, what's good? Like, fam told me they had the cake and got the cake. Like, yo, your life on the line, man.
Is Sparrow still on her shoulder?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna say, look, actually, no, let me go back. Wait, hold up. Oh, he's off the ship. Yeah, he's off the ship. My bad. Yeah, he was off the ship already. But I mean, I don't know. Then she turns back and drop kicks us too. But I don't know. It's possible, man. But I don't know. But yeah, man, like, I don't want to see the Thousand Sunny go out like this. Like, I mean, I highly doubt it's gonna be the case. But the realm of possibility that like it's gonna get fucked up.
What if they have to leave it behind? That's why they have to like tag along with them or something.
Yeah, unless they use the going, like, you know, the little Mary that they have and stuff, the one that's Frankie Bill. Unless they use that, but like, will that be enough to get them all out? Like, they have all their shit there too. Like,
I'm really mixed about it. Like, I really don't want the Sunny to end off like this. It's not even for like. Okay, so with the Mary, it was needed just because, like, that emotional tension to kind of upgrade, a good opportunity to upgrade your ship. But if you're with the Sunny, it's already fine as is. I mean, sure, Frankie can maybe add on some upgrades in, like, Wano or another arc, but I still feel it's just a bit too early. And I guess it is kind of funny considering we got the new ship, like, after Ennie's Lobby. But still, like, I kind of want them to just end off with Thousand Sunny and...
Yeah, Sunny is, like, the ship that'll, like, take them through the ground line.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, could you see a possibility of, like, when we get to Wano, when they find, like, all messed up? Because I just saw it right now in the comments, but, like, potentially, like, Frankie, like, losing his mind at, like, how damaged, like, the Sunny is and shit. But that's, at the same time, I can see, too, like, where Zoro's gonna be annoyed, because it's, like, with Luffy, it's like, bro, you're supposed to go in there, retrieve this idiot, and then come back, and then now finding out all this shit that's going down. Like, I can see some turmoil happen, though, at some point in Wano.
Yeah.
Again, where it's, like, they can't trust one another, because, like, you know, they're doing one thing, then you do another thing. Like, I can see some of that, and then especially if Zoro finds out what Sanji did to Luffy. Like, I don't care what it says, man. That man's gonna throw hands.
The Zoro fanboy 2.0.
Nah, but Zoro, bro, we know Zoro's over Sanji. That's a fact stated in the manga.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Facts, yeah, I like Sanji more, but of course, you know, Zoro's way stronger. I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I mean, the damn cake already said it for me. If it didn't already, it's, you know. But it's called. Let me see if there's anything else we want to say real quick. I know I'm trying to get trending here at least before we wrap it up. Let me see. Zoro and Sanji shit. Yo, Shrek, what are you saying, man? I mean, Sanji shit, yeah, definitely. Zoro's not shit. Zoro's definitely not shit. Are we gonna get another one with like some Adam Wood or some shit? I mean, like, because that's the thing too. Because like the ship is made of Adam Wood, which is like, you know, one of the most expensive and strongest wood we have like in the entire series. But it's like. That's the thing. It's like a Yonko. I mean, nothing's indestructible unless it's Pluton.
I just don't see the Sunny disappearing.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that because it's like I feel like, yeah, like we were saying before, this is exactly like how that ship has been made. Like that's their ship when they get to Raftel. You know what I mean? Like that's what's gotta be. If there's any, I mean, I could definitely see some upgrades if Frankie's able to do some shit where like he gets parts of a Pluton or like something that can enforce it to make it even like bigger and better than what it is. That'd be dope, you know? Because I feel like what their ship is smaller than Roger's ship in a way.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely smaller. Because Roger's crew, I don't recall how many they had, but I don't think it was anything too crazy. But like nonetheless, it's still a bigger ship, as you can see. And plus, Tom is a bit more of an experienced shipwright than Frankie is. But it can still be a stepping stone for Frankie to maybe start upgrading the ship and all that. But
yeah, definitely.
Actually, wait, hold up, BRB.
Yeah, definitely. Let me see. Kai, is this finishing? Nah, we're up pretty soon. I would say like 10-15 minutes. We'll wrap it up. I want to try and get Trent here at least, you know, get his thoughts. But let me see. Legend Hockey says we need a more menacing ship design. I mean, for the ship menacing, what would make the Sunny menacing? You got some crazy ass cannon, like, you know, fucking cannons, or like they make it
really has that going cannon.
Yeah.
With like, you know, the face turn into the cannon. I don't know. I think the way Sunny is right now is pretty good.
It's sunny. It's not rainy. Like,
yeah.
Pressing. If you know what I mean.
But is it like everybody? Doesn't everybody think they're gonna get a third ship before the series ends? Though.
I mean, that's what a lot of people have been saying that, but I don't know if I would want that though. Like, I'd rather have the Sunny itself enforced.
It's never came into my mind that they were gonna get a third ship.
Well, a lot of people have been saying that. Man, it's not fact, but a lot of people have been like saying that. Kind of like definitely. The supernova shit. Like, it's not fact, but people have been saying it a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Let me see. 3 away from 600. Yeah, Joseph, man. So we're almost there. We're almost there, man.
Let me make 3 auto counts right quick.
I don't know, man. AR said he was gonna do it for me real quick, so I don't know, man. We'll see. That'll be lit, man. That'll be lit.
Boost some numbers up. Cook the books.
Exactly, man.
It's 600 on stream.
Oh man, if we get to 600, we'll go raid Yonko ship. So get ready. Let me see. I don't want to see another Mary 2.0. Here's my thing. I don't like the design from the Mary. I always thought it was whack.
Oh, the original ship?
Yeah, the original ship. I thought shit was whack.
I mean, like a Lapras or some shit.
Yeah, like the damn goat, like the goat. I don't even know that. Yeah,
pigeon, whatever. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I hated that. I mean, like the whole moment of it burning to the ground and shit. Yeah, that shit was sad as hell. But like, man, I can't fuck with the design. If someone roll up to my crew and say, "Yo, I'm gonna offer you the ship," man, I'm walking the plank. Like, screw that. Like,
the thing is though, is that the Mary wasn't really intended to be a pirate ship to begin with. I think it was intended to be like something else. Like when Mary himself, the dude, gave it to them, I don't think it was with that intention. He just kind of gave them whatever he had and all that. But it was still, it was mostly about the memories of the Mary and all that, all the times that they had, rather than the actual design. But I do agree with you to an extent. Like the Sunny's design is way more. I like it a lot more personally.
Yeah, I think it best represents if you look at like the Straw Hats and stuff, what kind of ship would they be rocking? You look at the Sunny. That's the ship I see them rocking. Like it fits like all their like what they stand for and stuff. Like it's just like I guess like when you look at it, like with the Oral Jackson, especially the Red Fours, that's how you see that Shanks crew. That's Rogers crew. But yo, Trent, what's good, man?
You guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you, bro. Hey, what are your thoughts on the chapter, man?
I thought it was a good chapter, man. It like overwhelmed me, even though because we had that little break.
Yeah.
All in all, man, I thought it was pretty dope. The fact that Big Mom jumped on the ship, dog, that shit had me. That shit had me right there.
Yeah, like that shit. Like it wasn't something to jump out the chair though, even though like because we kind of knew in advance what this damn image would be like. But bro, when she got up in the grill, man, I'm like in Nami's grill, I was like, oh my,
she's huge, man.
What are you gonna do? Like, what are you like? Yeah. And then Jinbei, when he's saying like, yo, we got to abandon ship. Like, what do you think's gonna transpire next chapter? Because like for him to say we're gonna abandon ship, like, I mean, shit's getting real.
It's either I heard you guys say something about her turning around and going to kill Sparrow. That could be a possibility. Maybe like Sanji just comes over the horizon and she maybe gets a whiff of the cake by some fake way. You know what I'm saying? Or they really do abandon ship, or Jinbei takes that L. You know what I'm saying? I love Jinbei, but I've always felt like he not gonna end up making it.
Dustin wasn't happy with that, so he's coming to translate.
You say what? What did he say?
No, I heard the car, so I'm like, yo, Dustin was so pissed at what Trent said. He's coming.
Why? Jinbei can take an L?
I'm just playing, man.
I just don't want Nami like you about to boy.
Yeah.
Big Mom Napoleon looks like it looks like he's just as big as fucking Nami is. Like the sword.
Yeah, dude.
Like he's fucking it's insane.
Shout out to that Bankai, man. Like, that thing's, and she swears, she says something like along the lines of Bankai or whatever, bro. I'm losing my mind, man. I got a damn sword from Ichigo in my room, so like, it's gonna be crazy.
Do you guys think that Jinbei might use like a technique where he can you see how he said we need to jump ship? I have a technique where he's able to like cover like their like a little area for them to like survive underwater.
Oh, like a little air bubble, kind of.
Yeah, kind of like that. Because we haven't really seen much of like Jinbei's like techniques and
Person he'd have to take care. Or who else besides Chopper? Oh, I guess Brook. But Brook can kind of skitter across the water, I guess. But
Brook's fine. It's pretty much Nami, Chopper and Carrot.
What
Brook need to
about
get that
him, like, washing
1v1,
her
man.
off?
Yeah, Broken needs something too, man. Like, yo, he was already MVP possibly this arc, but I need to see him go square up with somebody, man. Maybe.
He's been the most effective against Big Mom. He need to go ahead and hold her off.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
Do you think Jamaica like maybe like wash her off with like a big wave? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, he has that freezing ability too, so like maybe he's gonna like trap her feet or something. Like I don't know, man.
if he does that, yo,
I kind of wanted to destroy the ship.
Yeah, yo, can you imagine Brooke just like pushes Jinbei aside? He's like, yo, I got this.
Oh,
I would be like, yo, like I
don't
got
do
this,
it
man.
like that.
He's like, go on without me. He just pulls out his sword. He's like, let's get it, man. Round 2. I'm like, yo.
But I bet we won't even get to see it next chapter. We'll probably see Luffy versus Katakuri.
Yeah,
I would want that though.
Yeah, I will. Yeah,
definitely want
I feel it too. Yeah, we got to go back to Luffy and Katakuri because it's been like what 2 chapters now. We haven't seen them.
Yeah.
It's constantly shifting focus anyway, so I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it is like what you said, like the past 2 or 3 chapters, we haven't seen Luffy versus Katakuri, and with that hint that Luffy gave about the whole like observation hockey and all that, I think it's a great way to jump back.
Definitely.
And next chapter will definitely, I feel, have a lot of the focus on that, and then maybe switch over to like the Shaw had Big Mom stuff. I don't know. That's how I feel it's gonna go.
Yeah, definitely. Hold on, I just saw right now, Ninja, you say your comments, but yeah, we hit 600. Wow.
Congrats, fam.
No,
GG, man.
Yeah,
Congrats, man.
Yeah, I legit just hit it. Yeah, I don't know if someone went through with the counts, but yeah, man, appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, that's freaking dope, man. Because I was hoping to hit 500 at least by the end of the year. We went up by an extra 100, so
Yeah, hell yeah.
we make it. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bro, it's so many fine chicks in this mall right now. Oh my god.
This
I'm
bad.
Christmas shopping right quick.
Yeah. Hey, man, you want to copy something too or what?
Ah.
Dustin's gonna be like, hey, man, I can't ship to Canada, bro. That's too much.
Y'all gotta be looking crazy, bro.
I'll wait till the con. Oh, man, that's crazy. But yeah, man, appreciate everyone in the comments, man. Porcas, my boy, came through. What's good? Marcus T, lasagna.
What do you guys think about Sulong now?
With Sulong, I like it still. Definitely it's dope. But I want to know, like, because now we know that the weakness and stuff trends. Do you see a possibility of, like, Inuarashi, Nekomamushi dying in Wano? Because I feel like that's in a way foreshadowing
like
to
using
what's
it,
gonna
like
happen. Yeah.
Basically, having to use it all up. Yeah, that'd be so dope.
Yeah.
At first, I thought she was gonna be too powerful. Like I thought, like instances where it's conveniently full moon, and you know what I'm saying, and like help wash people. But now that we know that it's that she can't even keep that up for long, I'm warming up to it even more.
Yeah, definitely. I was gonna say too, like, what do you guys think? Like, with Peckham's, the reason why he wears the shades and Inuarashi when they wear the shade, do you think that's because of that reason? Because they go psychotic and shit, possibly when they go on the full moon.
Sure. Or a way just control the one day.
Yeah, so they can like not have to, not looking at shit.
Yeah, definitely. Because, like, that's my thing. Now it's like I definitely could see one of them for, like, die at Wano, Inuarashi, Nekomamushi. Personally, I love Nekomamushi a bit more. And I'm a dog guy. I love dogs. But Nekomamushi is that dude, man. The lasagna, like, that's facts.
Well, imagine, like, them coming up and, like, just as soon as, like, the moon's out, they just, like, look up and take their, take their shades off. And maybe, since they're, like, old and shit, that they can't, that they really can't risk going ham like that without it being really necessary.
Yeah. Hold on, I got a comment I gotta read real quick. So Deal somehow says, I guess the transformation doesn't last too long. So,
wow.
Already.
Nah. I like So Long. I think it's definitely it adds a lot more depth to the mix, and even though it was somewhat kind of referenced, so it was great to see it in action here in this arc. And even if we're not really going to see it that much more, I still think that 1 or 2 chapter we got of just showing off what it can do, it definitely hints for things to come in Wano, like what you said with the whole Inuarashi and Nekomamushi.
Yeah.
Then maybe getting a double Sulong. Fighting against some commanders or something. And like I imagine if they actually do end up dying at Wano, that's going to make for a really powerful scene and show that the old generation, they're kind of going out now. So now focus on the worst generation and that kind of ties.
As far as Peckham's goes, do you think we're going to see Peckham's before this time is out? Because the moon should still be out, right?
Yeah, Peckham's I think will show up soon. Maybe he could be like on a different ship or something on his way. I mean, actually, wait, if we're going back, he was with Mondior and like who was he with? I remember he was Montior,
Aladdin.
Aladdin. No. But afterwards, like when we went back, it was with him, Tamago, Montior, when the original room. But they could be staying put though, just in case something. I just thought of this right now. What if, like, like again, like the whole thing with CP0 and stuff? What if they find out like whatever, like a third party comes through and they have to interact with whatever that party is, or maybe with the Germa?
Wow. Like they either clash with the Germa or they clash with like CP9 or
yeah. So yeah, like some third party just comes in afterwards, and that's why they're occupied. Because again, like the slugs and stuff are pretty much out of commission, so they got nothing else to do.
Yeah, they have no way of
communicating with the islands. Yeah, and that's the thing too. It makes sense if CP0 members come through, because now that the transmissions and stuff are completely out of commission, anyone could walk through those islands, like without like any problems.
Or that like Buster Call thing you were talking about earlier. I still think she'd wash a Buster Call, but like that might give them enough time to get away.
This chick is so fun.
This man does too. But real quick, before I get into that, let me see. Marcus T says, "No problem, lives. You've been a great addition to the community. Prosper on, brother. Thank you so much." Recon is a troll. This man says, "My brother, congrats on 600. Push lives to the world title 2018." Like Recon's a good man. He's a good man. My good brothers in this community. Let me see. AR is a troll, bro. I don't believe in that. This man said he subbed to my channel like 8 times. I don't want to like that, man. I don't want to like that, man. But AR is the GOAT, man. He did my banner. He's a good man, and definitely hit him up if you want to seek out some greatness. But let me see. Is there anything else you want to talk about quick before we wrap it up? Because we'll wrap it up soon. So I got to work in a bit. But any last thoughts you guys want to say on the chapter? But sorry, Trent. We're going back to the Buster Call thing. I kind of talked about this in Brago's stream with like Pharaoh and them, and I kind of said like, because we're now under the regime of like Akainu, what is the possibility that we could see that the Marines or like the Buster Call itself gets reinforced to a spot where they're even stronger than they were before? So say for example, we had like 10 warships and 5 vice admirals. If that gets doubled, and then we could potentially see like even more like vice admirals on there, or maybe more people like to kind of help out. Because at the same time, like if not to take out Big Mom, her islands could get taken out as well. She has like 35 islands in the archipelago. We could see that be reduced in numbers for a bit.
Yeah. Like, okay, so I was saying this last night. Like, what if Big Mom, like that happens, and then people were saying that Big News Morgans might say all that, basically like expose all the news, and I don't think that's gonna happen just because I think Big Mom would like kill him. But if that does happen, and let's say she loses her territory, and then she goes like, let's say she probably can't get into Wano just because of all the shit that's gonna be popping off, and then she goes straight to Fishman Island and destroys it, and that's why it's on Luffy that Fishman Island is done, because she knows that he was fucking with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the thing too. I really feel like if the Marines are there just chilling and waiting, man. Boy, oh boy. Because again, it'd be cool if Green Bull, this is how he shows up, and then he chases them afterwards to like Wano or something. I don't
see why people are so convinced that just because, and I'm not talking about you personally, Trent. I'm talking about other people that had the same idea that that just because we got introduced to Big Mom and Fishman Island, that she's gonna have to go back to Fishman Island, or just because we got a glimpse of Elbaf because of Big Mom's backstory, that the reason we go to Elbaf is going to be because of Big Mom. It could be an entirely different purpose.
There's more. I'm more on the end that it probably about the Elbaf situation, but I don't think that we go back to Fisherman Island at all. I just think maybe she destroys it.
Well, no, they say Luffy's going to be involved with destroying it.
Yeah, I don't see Big Mom maybe part of it. It might be more Kaido, if anything.
I think when Luffy destroys Fishman Island, it's something to do with the world government towards the end of the story.
Yeah,
maybe,
ties in and all that. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I just don't see him going. I don't just see anybody going back. I see like let's say they get out of Wano, and he's like, "Yo, Mom had lost her territory after all the other shit popped off, and she went straight to Fishman Island, and everybody basically blamed you and took it out or whatever." You know what I'm saying? And then he's like, and then that basically reintroduces them their like feud if he doesn't take Big Mom out completely this arc, which I still think is a stretch. But it could happen. It definitely could happen.
What's good, Trent? How you doing, man?
Good, G. How about you, man?
What's it called? Shrek says in the comments, I don't know, Elbaf should be Usopp's arc. I mean, I gotta have like an Elbap discussion at some point. You know, when we get like done with this arc, because I feel like that's where people are gonna be looking forward to the future and stuff a little bit more. And like as much as I want to see Elbap Ben, I want to get to the Reverie. I want to see some voice entry like news kind of drop eventually.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, and with the whole Big Mom thing, if we wrap up all the points, I'll be completely fine with being done with her this arc, you know. But I still think like everybody, not only the plot points, we still haven't seen Smoothie and shit, and I still want to know more about Mother Caramel and how all of that shit's gonna be tied in.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ninjas, yo. Thank you for coming through, bro. You're always welcome to come through to the streams anytime. And just before you go, just you know me, man. I need you to slander Quinton just one time.
Yeah, I will. I'll be sure to do that.
Oh, man. Right,
Bro,
care, bro,
what do you get somebody that paints, man?
We say what?
Somebody that's like an artist that paints.
That paints. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. For like designs and shit, or like for like
they got easels and shit and they paint like they're a painter.
Oh fuck. I don't even know that, to be honest.
Yeah, no, man.
What was crazy is I used to do painting and stuff like a while back.
Oh, you did?
I used to with construction and shit, yeah.
Why you stopped? Oh, you mean like real painting? You mean like
yeah, like painting homes and stuff, like doing like designs and shit, yeah. I used to do shit like that before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's it called? But yeah, you know what? We'll probably wrap it up here then, because I know we're probably gonna be busy. And I gotta go work in a little bit. But I appreciate you guys coming through. Trent, Ninja Star, Lost Sensei, Dustin, Elias came through as well.
Calling sick, man.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, man, listen. I had to eat bread for a couple weeks, man, to get this computer stuff taken care of. So I'm sick of bread for a little bit.
Oh yeah, you'll get the money, my man. Everybody have a good one. Thanks for letting me come through, bro.
All right, Trent, you gonna be off? You know, in a couple hours.
Yeah, I come. Man, I gotta come through. Yeah.
4 Central.
Man, that's legit when I start work. That's when I start.
How you gonna come through? You talking about you gotta go to work? You gonna come through?
Wait. Yeah, man, I'm gonna try to slide through for a little bit.
All right,
definitely. But yeah, man, everyone's channels will be down in the description below. Like I said again, guys, thank you for coming through. If you enjoyed this live stream, please leave a like on the stream if you guys enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We've hit that 600 mark. We're about to finish up our journey with Sanyu and eventually go get ready for that coalition greatness. It's gonna be lit, man. So thank you guys for coming through. And Commodore Laz and Cass signing off. Thanks for watching. Take care.
Peace.